Hello everyone, this is Paula, and today we're going to do our part 2 of the CheaplyChic Design Team Traveler's Notebook. So, this course is the month of February, so we have Valentine's going on here. This is the little book. I'll link Lynette's YouTube and Etsy shop below, so you can go see if there's any left. They're really super cute. So let's get started. I laid this out. Now I did do something prior to the video because I didn't want to have to wait on it to dry, and you guys have seen me decoupage in the traveler's notebooks. So this was on a napkin, these little hearts, so I decoupaged them on. I had black and white checks attached to it, and I just cut out the image. And then one other place, I've used this napkin in last year's Valentine book because I love it, and so I'm using it again here. Okay, so what we need to do to get started is this page. So what we're going to do in this one, I really don't have a super big plan, but I thought we would put enough. Yeah, I'm using lots of bags because I've been saving these bags for, been saving the bags to do this video. So that's what the plan is. Now this bag just barely doesn't fit. So I'm going to see if I can put it over on this side, just like that. Now, that's going to work pretty well right there. So let's just get that glued on to start with. You know, I usually use a lot of pockets because I like to put my tags and stuff in there. But this time I just had, in the kit and in between the kit and my stash, I had plenty of Valentine bags. So what I do when it's just barely not fitting, or even if it's not, you could do it completely the same way. I sometimes sew them and make them smaller. I sometimes fold them over the page, or I do like a tip-in. You know, you can do it with washi tape. That is not my favorite way to do it, and I'll tell you why. I don't have good luck with washi staying long term, even when I add glue sometimes. And so, you know, if it's a mechanism that has to work. No, I'm just saying, if you got to count on it to be opened and closed a lot, you want to make sure it stays. So, and of course you want to clean the glue that gets on the inside, that seeps out from under. You want to make sure you have all that down. Now, on this red bag, we're going to put a doily on here. How cute, right? I think that's cute. Now, it's going to hang over and hopefully not bend too much whenever it's... Let me make sure I can see you in the camera. Yes, sorry. I don't have anything marked on my desk where I need to stay. I think I do pretty good most of the time. But since I've moved to Branson, I haven't had my camera set up is so different. And I honestly don't like it as much as how I had it when I was in Tulsa. Okay, now I'm making sure not to put glue on the outside portions. Whoops. Not yet, anyway. I want to make sure it, you know, it sticks to the top and the bottom of the doily. So there we go. And I think we did miss any glue. Now what I'm going to do here is just kind of make sure, you know, that I've got this down on this side the best I can. It'll probably end up bending at some point, but that's all right. Or we can glue it over to the other side if it becomes a problem. Okay, and right here is a little spot that needs to be glued down as well. Let's just get this right here. And there we go. Now, I got some a little further out than I was supposed to. So I want to make sure I wipe that off. It's on the doily. We don't want it to glue to this page, by no means. Okay, now we're going to put them in the center. I got the right number, Valentine. It's you. Isn't that cute? I think it is. Okay. Put this right here. Now this is not an old Valentine. It's a digital. I could not tell you who it is. I don't have any idea. I've had it in my stash for a while. This is, on the other hand, a vintage. Look how yellow it is. So it has some writing on the back. I can't make sense out of it, but I'm going to erase it. I think it says $1. This came in the kit. I'm sure that old Valentines are at least $1 because, you know, it's like anything else when it gets old. So I'm going to take a little bit of this red wormy looking stuff. I like it. And tie a little bit, tie a little bit at the top if I can, and just give the little paper clip a little something something. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm just doing things to keep me distracted. And so you may see a lot of videos. And it's mostly because, you know, it's time to get started back to having regular videos. But I just, you know, trying to take each day. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I should glue some of this down. Of course, I'm trying to trim it. Now it wants to chew it up. It cut the other one great. Crazy thing. You know, this is going to slide back and forth if I don't put a little bit of glue on here. So I'm going to attempt to do that on both sides of the top of the paper clip, and then pull this up over it and just kind of hold it for a second to get it to attach. All right, now this is going to go on top of the Valentine card. Now I'm going to slide it down almost all the way just so it can dry a little bit. I'm going to leave it up a little bit. Okay, so there we go on that. Now, this is just some of the paper from the kit I made into a tag. Now, my decision on here is I need to poke a hole. Let's do that first. It has a little decoration around each corner. It's just a punch that I've had forever from Creative Memories from way back. Remember those days? Okay, and I'm going to tie another one of these little wormy fibers at the top, and then I'm going to add some lace or trim to the top of the tag. Okay, there we go. Oh, and of course it's stringy. Okay, got going everywhere. This stuff gets that static electricity in it, and then it's everywhere. Okay, so I'm looking here. Let's just add some of this trim that is coming out of this little guy. Let me get some better scissors. Nope, those aren't the ones. I like scissors that will actually cut the lace. And there we go. I just thought this lace would look nice because of the doily. So we're going to put that up here toward the top so you can see it. I'm going to put it just under the hole punch because otherwise it will go down in the bag. And it still might a little bit. So let me trim that little edge off. Looks kind of weird. Ooh. It's got more openings on it than I expected it to have. So I'm going to have to clean it up a little bit. Otherwise, it's going to stick to the other side of the book. But let me trim this first. Okay. There we go. Now, I'm going to take this, this wipey, just the tip of it, and kind of push it down here and pick up some glue as I go. Now, that will be wet for a little bit, but we want to see if it will dry. We may have to leave it out of the book until it dries. But there's some that's kind of on the outside. There we go. So there we go. I'm going to put it in here so you can see what it will look like, and then we'll pull it back out to dry. So here is our first layout. I think it's cute. I do want to put a prompt word inside. Let's see. Let's find one that says, maybe we could find one that says memories. There, that's missing from this page. Let's see if we got one over here. Here's one that says thoughts. I like that. Let's use that one. Now, I know I've been putting these on here, but I got to look and see. Yeah, I couldn't remember if, yeah, I did ink them up. I want to make sure they get inked up and look a little older. And then we're going to also add a little bit of glue. Okay. There we go. And if a person wanted to, they could add paper to the back of the bags when I do them like this. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to cover. Now we want to go around this one with some red. I got to tell you guys, I've been doing more than one video a day trying to get caught back up. I know I missed several days, but that's what happens when you have a death in your family. Okay, here we go. Just like this, with this, which I'm going to get the sticky off as time allows. Okay, so there is a place that I need to put. It's over on this. There's 3 and 4. I don't know if that's where 3 and 4 goes. I'll have to look. And let's go over here where I have another one. This one here. I didn't think that was 3 and 4. This is 1, 2, 2, 3. None of that makes sense, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, let me set this aside out my way. Okay, there we go. Now let me get, I think I have a certain one. I do. Right here. Now this has a lot of pockets. And I'm trying to remember how I had it. You know how you lay things out and then you're like, what did I do? How did I have that fixed? Well, I don't know. But we're about to find out how I'm going to fix it now. So, I hope you have some nice plans for Valentine's Day. No plans. Just taking it the safe way. Okay. Now, let's see. I'm wondering. Yeah, it goes like this. So, we're going to put this on here, which is like a policy holder. Except, I'm going to cut this off just a moment. Let me get my trimmer. I'm going to cut it off while I'm over here because it's all I need it for. And we're going to take it, come back and ink this bottom portion. I don't like to fold things like this back and just have a big white flap on there because it's going to look better if it has, you know, a colorful flap. Got glue on my fingers. So what I'm going to do is glue this on as if it's flap. The flap has color on both sides. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Okay, there it went. Shocker. Okay, so we're going to put this right here as if it came that way. Now that looks better, right? I feel like it does. Okay. No problems getting this in. So I'm going to glue this right here. I'm just going to do that right off the bat. And, okay, here we go. Let's go straight down. It has a flower on the back. I don't know where I found these. I think they were like in a clearance rack or something at Michael's or Joann's or some of those. I want it on here in a decent way. And of course, what did I do? It curves down a little bit right there. And I got a tiny bit of glue right inside. And it wasn't enough to get all excited about. Okay, here we go. We're going to glue that down. It's so much fun to go through your stash and the kit. But this, you know, you have stuff in your stash that will go with things that's in the kit. So you kind of get you start thinking, oh, I've got something that will work here. Before you know it, you've got something that will work here. So this big tag is going to go in here. I think I'm going to punch a hole in it. I've curved the two corners on the top. This is some old cardstock that I've had for a long time. And let's see. Don't want to go too low. And I always hope that I can get center. Because not always can I. Okay, so we're going to use this pink trim that has a little bit of glitter in it. Okay. Go through here. I didn't plan this one out a whole lot as far as decorating it. I just made the pockets and cut out tags out of old stuff. Okay. Now, let's get it up here like this. Trim off the fibers so they're not so shaggy. And then they're going to go inside this bag. Or the tag's going to go in here, which it's perfect for that, right? And I just cut this tag 1/4 inch shorter than the page, okay? So you have to judge it by what you've got going. Now, this little guy, he's a cute little pocket. Now, I operated, this came in a digital I had, and it looked just like this. And I wanted this flap to be more of this pink. It's close. It's not perfect, but you can add, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this down. And I'm going to make the pocket behind it, I think. Let me see how I decided to. Oh, I haven't glued this one yet. Okay, it's going to be the same sort of thing. Let's glue it together. Thought I had glued it. This was a giant pocket, is what this one was. And I don't know why anybody would need a giant pocket, but it was. So I just used the other one as a pattern and cut this one down from it being, I'm going to show you how it was here in just a second. Now, this is kind of heavy, so I'm going to try to get it to lie down a little bit and dry. And yes, this is another one that I got too much glue, went too high. Didn't pay close enough attention when I should have. Okay. Well, when you prepare something ahead of time and you come back to it, it's easy to forget some of those little things when you got so much going on. Got all these ideas I want to do for our channel. And yeah, so now it's open here, okay? And this is the flap. Now, you can leave the flap up or you can attach it down. And I think I'm going to, let me show you what it looks like. It was great big, I mean literally that far out. And I decided to shrink it down. And I'm just going to glue this too because, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, just enough to hold it down. This is a really heavy cardstock that I printed this on. But there you go. And we're going to put it right here. And we're just going to glue around the 3 sides. Okay. Which means the tags I made may have to be a little smaller than I made them. You just don't know when you're changing something around that you're not sure how it's going to turn out. That would be this situation. So I'm putting this pocket right here. Now this is heavy cardstock, so I'm going to hold it down for a minute. So I haven't been doing much. While I was in Oklahoma, in between visiting my brother at the hospital, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I visited my good friend, and we just hung out and talked most of the day. And then, what else did I do? I saw my kids. My daughter and her husband fixed dinner for my son and his family, and then my husband and I. And my sister and her husband came too, because she was losing her brother as well. And so these are going to be a little bit wide, so I'm going to cut some off one side and round the corner. But let's get the other pocket on first. And then we can, it's going to go on this side. And it's going to be like this. We're going to glue this flap down. Now on this one, because it's backwards, see, I have to have the hearts upright. I'm going to glue the actual flap that was made for it down like this, because I added some of that other paper to the same side. So yeah. Okay. Okay, now we're going to glue the 3 sides. Make our little pocket here. And we'll have to cut this tag down too. My husband is working in our guest room today, our guest bathroom. We had to completely gut it and start over because it was in such poor shape. But it will be nice when we're done. Have we ever done that sort of thing? No. Never. Never, never, never. You know, we've like painted walls, you know, but we've never put down tiles, subfloors and tiles. And he took the toilet and the countertop out. He's going to paint the countertop. We're going to get a new countertop. I mean, he's going to paint the vanity, and we're going to get a new countertop and new faucets. And then, yeah, just kind of, you know, I think my husband's enjoyed doing it. But the sink top needs to be replaced. And it's the only thing brown in the room, so plus we took down wallpaper. This house had quite a bit of wallpaper. Now, have we taken it all down? No. I'll show you the wallpaper if I ever find time to do a video of my room. I'm going to try to before too long, but oh man. Okay, so I'm going to trim these down. I'm going to bring my trimmer over here. And we'll see what we can get happening here. There goes all my ribbon. You should see my desk, guys. I have stuff to decoupage on my desk. A lot of stuff. Because I have a lot of decoupaging to do. And I don't want to bore you guys with that. But I am going to be doing... I'm going to take a... Oh, man, I don't know how much off. Let's see. I'm going to try it before I think this size will work. Oh, gee whiz. I know it will fit. I must be hitting that little pocket that's on the back of this one. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's better. So, I'm going to cut them both the same. And then... Okay, so we can put this away and pull our little book back over, our little book. Pour our giant book back over. I'm just being goofy. And get the hole punch, or maybe, give me a minute, let me think. And while I'm thinking, I thought I'd get a drink. Okay, I'm going to ink it real quick here so I don't forget. So I have my door shut and I'm burning up because my husband's just over a little bit and he's noisy, hammering and screwing and banging. So I'm going to turn my fan on for a second. And I'll try not to leave it on very long, but whew, it's hot, you know? It is hot. Now I am going to hole punch these because the other one is, and I kind of like it to be cohesive. Okay. So I'm going to line these up so I can kind of get them the same size. If I can see where it goes. There we go. Now, these are ready to go on, but I want to put some of the sparkly fibers. And what I'm going to do is just cut this one in half. And put it in here nice. Gonna have lots of stuff sticking out of the book at the top, and I like it when I do that. Sometimes I do it on purpose, you know. Man, we had an ice storm last night. Woo. There's nothing on the roads now, but because we didn't get the big brunt of it, fortunately. Okay. Okay, so this one's going to go in here when it dries. We'll put it in and I'll show it to you when the pocket dries is what I'm talking about. I think this one will be okay because the glue's not inside the little pocket. But look how perfect that turned out. Woohoo! What can I say? Perfect fit. Doesn't happen very often. Okay. So these are the only 2 pages that I decoupaged on. Okay, now let me trim these even. And this will go in here, but it's still wet. So I don't want to take a chance. Anyway, we'll wait for it to dry. No chances, no taking chances today. Okay, so these 2 will go in that book as soon as everything dries. Okay, so that's how this one ended up. Just a lot of pockets. Oh, that's crooked. How did that get crooked? Jeez. Maybe, oh, it's the paper. The paper shifted on me, which is not a big deal. That happens sometimes. But I'm going to try to straighten it up. See how, yeah, I must have popped it loose or something. I'll fix it in a bit. Okay, so now we're going to go to the next double page layout. And let me get that. This is the wallpaper that came in the kit, and I thought it turned out really cute. I have all my stuff in this basket, and that's the last of it, so I don't have to worry about that. Now, we're going to go over to this other side of the book. The one we had marked with the same number. Yes, you heard me. Now, this is a pink envelope that I got from CheaplyChic's Etsy shop. I've had this for some time, and I just haven't used them. So I made a journaling card inside out of that old floral that I have had in my stash forever. It's not even probably in style anymore, except at Valentine's Day. And then but also, just so you know, I stitched around this side, but for this purpose right here. I wanted this little girl. She looked like a little Valentine, and I wanted to do her as a side pocket. And so I put her on here and stitched around the envelope. And yeah, and you can see these envelopes have Lynette's hearts on them. You know how she does the hearts. They're so cute. And so I went ahead and did that off camera because of the stitching. And then I took a journaling card that came with the kit. No, it didn't. It was in my stash, but it matches the kit. Just so happens that I have that kit too. And then I've got this rose, and I just thought putting that little rose right there would be cute. And, you know, add some little something, something. And let me get another gold clip, because we're going to clip that on as well. But first we're going to put our wallpaper down. So, yeah, I just thought it turned out really cute. We're going to clip it on the page. Over here, wherever we saw the page that had 2 numbers on it, and I said, I don't know why those numbers match the other. These 2 right here, maybe this was it. I'm not sure. But I'm erasing these, and then I'll decide where I want to put this one. Because I want to make sure that this envelope is on a longer page. You know how pages are different lengths in your book sometimes. So I want to see where I have a side that is long enough that I think I'm going to do them right here. This is also your little marker that Lynette makes for your kit. And you just lay it in here to mark your spot when you're journaling. Now, let me see. I think this is where I had it originally. And I'm going to put that right there. Now, this is going to fit perfect on this page. And I just inked around it. I just laid it underneath the page and drew around it and trimmed it. And I do that stuff ahead of time because we couldn't get as much accomplished on the videos if we didn't. So let's glue this down first and turn that loud fan off. I'm sorry. And well, I have 5, 6 on the back, so obviously something went where it wasn't supposed to go. It doesn't matter. However you want to do you. And, you know, everybody has such different taste. One of the things I've noticed about this frosting bottle, you can order them on Amazon. I keep my Fabri-Tac in these because I don't have as much trouble with them volcanoing everywhere. Some genius person came up with that, and I'm so glad. Thank you, whoever you are. It's the best thing in forever. As far as I'm concerned, that glue drove me crazy. You guys knew that. Okay, so I lined it up nice and straight with the edge over here and at the bottom, and then it covers the whole page. I like to do wallpaper in these books because I just like the way it looks. I think it's cool. Okay, let's see now. I had thought about doing a pocket down here, but I have enough that I can do something else because I really want to use this envelope on this side. And then it gives you a full page of journaling. Oh my goodness. I did end up putting that on the wrong spot, because now it wants to cover that. So that will make a change. We'll just do it like this. We'll close that part, and then we'll clip it. And the clip will show on the other side, but that doesn't bug me, not a bit. So there we go, and we'll put some pink string. Might as well do that right now while I'm thinking about it on the clip. Some pink fibers. Okay. Now, again, we're going to have to put glue up here. Right up here and on the back. And I'm just going to pull it through this time, and however it ends up is how it will be. Okay. There we go. Now, we can leave this long or cut it shorter. I'm going to cut it shorter, and it's going to go right here. I'm not going to push it all the way down because it's got to dry. Okay. Now, this is, I think I'm going to put like a heart up here. Yeah, just like that. Because if this card or this journaling envelope, it's got some space left up here. So we're going to put that up there. I think that'll look cute to fill in that space. And then, you know, you can prompt whatever you want for that page. You can come up with a word or whatever to journal underneath. Yeah, there we go. Gonna hold that down. Okay. Okay. There we go. Ta-da! I like the way that turned out. Now, if we wanted to, we could add a flower. Kind of matches this blue flower. I think I'm going to. Let's just do it. Come on. Glue that little sucker down. Gives it a little bit of a different look. Heart and a flower. Okay. Now, I also had thought about adding this little pink one. But it's not really the same pink, so I'm going to steer away from that. So that is the third layout. And it's also the end of this video because we've got what we wanted done this time. I like to try to do 3. So here's this one. I think it turned out really cute. And then the one over here, which I still don't think it's dry enough, but let's see if I can get it in here this time. No, it's still wanting to stick to the glue, but it's going to look like that. And then over here, we're going to have this one. And I just like the way that turned out. It's just a bunch of pockets and decoupaging. And I think that looks really good. I'm going to take those out till it completely dries, or they'll be stuck in there forever. And then our last little layout was the Valentine Cuties. And this has dried enough that I can put it in there. I like the way the white goes with the doily a lot. I think that's cute. And the clip and the tie on the top of the tag really work out great. And I love this heart decoupage. All right, so if you are new to my channel, I want to welcome you and thank you. And hopefully you'll subscribe. That means you're new to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, I wish you would. I think you'll have fun. I'm kind of low-key right now, but I've been through a lot the last couple weeks, and that will change with time. What else did I want to tell you? If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. You can check out my Instagram under Renewed and Crafted for You. I don't know my hashtag yet, but I will. My husband worked on that for me. I will be posting some photos eventually of the different things I work on to my Instagram. All right, guys. See you in the next video. Bye now.